got my celery, I boiled that till it was nice and tender to make it into a really lovely puree. I got my spring veggies all prepared, and there's really not a lot that I felt like I needed to do with them being such beautiful, fresh, tender spring veggies. Perfect.
Whoa, that's hot.
I had a little bit of problem with the cream Brussels sprouts, just controlling the heat now. There's a critical point here where if I get it too hot, the butter and the cream will split. I'm really worried about it, to be honest. It was just a matter of just adding a little bit of cream to emulsify it again and bring it back. I've got a funny feeling in 20 minutes' time this is going to get pretty close to splitting. So I've got to keep a very, very close eye on that.
Can't overcook it today. If anything, you want it to be a little bit under. It's just beautifully fresh. There's no way I'm going to overcook this, otherwise I'll be going home. It's just a nice little wee rosemary salt.
I'm making a special salt to season the lamb. I had a big stick of rosemary. I thought, no, I don't want to serve it a beautiful bit of meat with like crusty bits of herb that have kind of burnt from the barbecue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook my meat and I'm going to turn it really quickly, and I'm going to use the rosemary as a brush, and I'm going to just like baste it with olive oil. That way I could transfer the rosemary to that. So I knew that the smokiness of the is genius. Barbecuing is genius.
Smoking me out, Dave. Sorry, bro. It's almost there. Once the juices start coming through, I'll probably take that off and just let it rest.
3 minutes left.
Too red and burn it.
I'm out of time. I have to plate up. The mushrooms are fine. I've got the parsnip chips, they're all organised. The reduction's been reducing away nicely. It's in the pan, it's been served. But the key thing is this lamb.
Okay, here we go.
I cut it straight down the middle.
Bugger. It's too rare.
Come on, Tony, thinking now. You've got 3 minutes left. Sort it out.
It's going to be a little bit tricky to do this.
If it's raw, everything else on the plate doesn't matter. It's the key ingredient.
Oh, this is just going to create a big fire. No, I'm not doing it. I'd rather serve it too red than burn it.
Okay, how can I cut this? That's not looking very good for me. I think it needs to cook a little bit more, but I don't have time.
I had to think very fast. I had to cook it for as long as I could.
Maybe it just needs a couple more minutes. Oh, man, time is running by.
1 minute. I'm seeing some undercooked lamb out there. I don't want to see it on the plate. You've got 1 minute left to make it happen.
Because of the time restraints, I wasn't really focusing on what the dish looked like as a whole.
Clean plates.
I cut into the lamb, so it's looking really nicely done.
10 seconds left.
Got shakes.
9, 8, 7, 6.
I remember I've got my reduction. It's quite dramatic, yeah.
3, 2, 1. Step away from the bench. It's over.
I stand back and I look at my plate and realise that it kind of looks like a bit of a bomb's gone off on it.
Holy bro, that's hectic. That was the fastest hour of my life, I think. I'm very happy with the way my lamb's come out. I cut a bit off myself and it's incredible.
This might be erring on the side of rare, and it's basically doing it standing on the plate. So there's an outside chance that by sealing the ends and just letting it sit, that it'll be perfect when they cut into it.
This is the first time where I'm absolutely 100% happy with my dish. So, fingers, toes, eyes and ears crossed.
I'm happy with what I've got. The meat's perfect.
Just hope the judges loved it. The tasting is in the barrel cellar at Elephant Hill, and you walk into this glass room where the judges are all waiting. It's airy.
I've got feta and sourdough crusted backstrap, mustard carrots, fennel and pickled pear slaw.
Enough said. I want to taste it.
I hope you like it.
Kind of lost for words a little bit. The salad is one of the best things I've ever tried. Oh. The spiciness coming through with the pear and the crunchiness of the fennel with that aniseed flavour that just marries perfectly together with the pear. Mate, love your work.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It is seriously the best thing I think that you've put up for me to try.
Wow. I was lost for words too. I'm in shock. I have no idea what to feel.
Perfectly cooked lamb, all those flavours work together. It is a great Hawke's Bay experience.
I'm really struggling to find anything wrong with the dish. Good effort. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
I was actually waiting for them to prank me and say, oh, we're just kidding, we don't actually love your dish, but they loved it.
I don't know what's in the Hawke's Bay water down here, but everybody's dish today has been spectacular. This looks like a... There must be a reason for this presentation, tell me.
I wanted it to be sprung on a plate.
It looks like it's sprung on the plate, actually.
Yeah.
Look, I don't like this presentation, I have to say. It's all over the place, really hard for the waiter to carry, of course, and really impractical for anyone to eat. Just as I thought. That's the star. That's the star. Those go together beautifully. These go with it. And it's worked. I just don't want so many of it. It makes me anxious looking at it. You need to go to the next level too with presentation.
My presentation let me down, and I know that the standard of food was exceptionally high today. I really hope a few people did really nasty jobs, but I don't think they did. I think everyone did really well, and judges are going to have a pretty hard time picking out someone to go home.
I cooked from my heart today, and I cooked with beautiful fresh flavours that, to me, looks like spring on a plate. It's a rosemary, garlic and anchovy rubbed lamb cutlet with celeriac puree and spring veggies.
You found some pansies in the market today? It's all very neutral. Where's my anchovy? You said you brushed it on the outside? I want to taste that salty, fishy, beautiful flavour. If you're going to use it, go for it. But I'm really not getting it on this dish. Today, everybody's cooking sensational dishes, and you're going to have a bit of tough competition today, I think.
I'm feeling for you right now because I've seen you cook way better food than this.
I managed to hold it together in front of them, but I almost felt like someone had kicked me in the back of the knees and I'd lost my breath, and
I'm a bit worried. This is lacking in flavour. It's a feeble dish. What flavour have I got in my mouth? Nothing much, really. I want robust flavours. I don't know what you've done, but you sort of like dumbed everything down. I'm a bit worried for you. I think you might have dropped the ball today.
I can't put it all together. I don't understand where I went wrong. I'm just absolutely gutted. Like I'm really scared right now.
I was nervous going into the tasting. What's going to happen here? Am I on the chopping block, or have I done well?
It's the lamb eye fillet, honey caramelised carrots, char grilled asparagus.
And what's the sauce?
It's a natural yogurt and honey from the region.
A return to form, eh?
You seem to be justifying your golden apron these days.
You've used the barbecue to get that lovely smoky flavour, but the thing that goes so beautifully with the smokiness is the honey in the carrots and the honey in the yogurt. I think you've got a plate full of winning flavours. Well done.
Thank you, Ray.
Ray, Josh and Simon, they all loved it, and I was just so happy. It's incredible.
Walking in, I felt quite comfortable. I didn't really feel that nervous, just ready to hear their opinion.
I like the cooking of the lamb. I think that's good. But I have to say, of all the dishes that you've cooked, this would have to be the weakest in flavour.
These spices that you've been talking about are really not there. And when you sell us that, you've got to deliver.
Sure.
It hasn't got a wow factor I'm looking for.
I just think you just missed the boat ever so slightly with flavour. And I can tell you that today the standard has been really high and you're not in a good position right now.
Didn't make me feel too good. I might be put in the bottom three, yeah. Maybe bottom, hope not, but.
And then there were two.
This is the hardest elimination in MasterChef New Zealand history. The standard of cooking was the highest we've ever seen. But as you know, the rules are the person with the least successful dish goes home.
This is the first time I've been at the bottom two, and I'm feeling pretty gutted.
On this occasion, I'm sorry to say, the person going home is Chantal.